This video is for the middle school jazz band auditions. Okay, I'm first going to talk about the scale portion of the audition, and then I'll talk about the solo portion of the audition. Okay, so for the scales, everyone should have a scale sheet. The scale sheet looks like this. It's called Blues Scales with Dominant 7th Arpeggios. Okay, so there's 5 scales listed. You're only going to be expected to play 2 of those scales, okay? So you get to pick 2 scales and you'll record yourself playing those 2 scales, followed by playing part of the solo piece. And that's all the audition's going to be. This video is to help you know how to play those scales and how to play some of the piece, okay? So we're going to start with the flute. I'm going to name the scale that I'm going to play on flute, but I'm going to put the concert pitch over here so you'll be able to see if you play another instrument what scale you would play on that instrument. Now, not all instruments are going to have that, but a big popular thing for band instruments is the concert B flat, so I'll probably play that on trumpet. So let's start with the flute scale. Let's do it on D. All right, so concert D for flutes. That would be an E scale on the trumpet, which you probably wouldn't play, but for alto saxophones that would be a B, tenor saxophones that would be an E. So I'll play that scale just so you can kind of get an idea. Do do ba do ba do ba do ba do. All right, here we go. We'll start on 94. 1, 2, ready. Okay, so that's the scale followed by the arpeggio. I'll go down to concert F. Here's what you would play if you were playing another instrument for the concert F scale. Here's the list. 1, 2, ready. And we'll do everybody's favorite, B flat, concert B flat. And you would play this note starting on that. Clarinets and trumpet, I think you're on a C. Okay. Here we go, concert B flat. 1, 2, 3. Good. Now we're going to switch. We'll get out the trumpet. Okay. Play some of these on the trumpet. I have my own trumpet sheet. All right, so we're going to play the concert B flat on trumpet, which is a C scale. Okay, so I'll put that here. Once again, we're on concert B flat, but this is the trumpet C. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Now we'll go to the concert A flat scale. For trumpet, that's a B flat, and here's all the instruments they would play. Okay, now obviously your scale sheet only has 5 scales, so you're going to pick 2 scales at work. You can play along with this video just to get the rhythm, okay? But we're going to do trumpet starting on a B flat, which is the concert A flat scale. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. And you notice that D flat on the trumpet, you're really supposed to pull out your valve slides to make that lower. If you heard my D flat, it sounded kind of sharp. That's probably why. Okay, so that's pretty much basic with the scales, okay? Obviously, if you're a piano player, play them with 2 hands. I don't have 2 hands available right now because I'm holding on to a trumpet, but that's what's expected there. Okay, now we'll go on to the solo piece. Swingin Shanty on the alto sax. For this audition, you will need to be able to play measures 1 through measure 43. Okay, you're going to be able to play all that. You can play it alone, or you can play it with the recording in the background. I have a couple different recordings. You can do a combination of both. You want to play one section with the recording, one section without. I do need you to record them though. So we're going to go through this section. When I play without the recording, it's going to be at about 130 beats per minute. The recording is about 150 beats per minute. So just be aware of that when you're practicing. It's definitely going to be a little more challenging. For this song, we're using swinged eighth notes. So in the beginning, instead of going 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1, and 3, 4, we're going do do ba do ba do ba do 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 ba do ba do ba do 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 ba 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 do ba. Something like that. Okay? So I'm going to play it on the sax. Here we go. Beginning. 1, 2, ready. Okay, so most likely you're not able to play it that fast, so you need to work and break down, especially on measure 6, break down those notes. Okay, and you need to use your tongue when there's the beginning of the slur or the notes that are not slurred. Okay, so you need to use your tongue for all of them. Okay, 11 and 19 are very similar. There's just a distinct rhythm on some of the odd measures. Okay, 11 we're going do ba do ba ba do 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 ba do ba ba do do. Whereas at 19 we're starting not on a do but a ba. Ba do ba do do ba do do ba. Ba do do ba do do ba. Ba do do ba do ba do ba do ba do ba. Okay, so we have something different there. I'm going to play that at the end with the recording. Okay, and then to pick up to 35. Okay, you're coming in after beat 3. Okay, we have a triplet on beat 4. I'll give you 3. 1, 2. Okay, so let's try that together. A 1, 2. And if you're unfamiliar on the sax on what that high D is, we have the octave key, and then we're using this first side key. If you don't know, there's 3 side keys on here. We're using the first one with the side of our hand. Okay, so we're going up from the G to the A up to the high D. Okay. Let's play that section with the metronome at 130 beats per minute. 1, 2. Okay. All right, so now we're going to jump to 11. I'm going to put on the track. Inside the Google Classroom, you'll find a folder of tracks. This track's going to start at measure 11, and I'm going to play 11 through 27. Wait for 2 measured counts.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
And this is 27. Okay, so just remember, beginning through 43, I want to hear all of that. If you don't know the high D, look it up on your fingering chart, rewind the video about a minute. I went over it. Okay, good luck, altos. All right, flute students, audition for Swingin Shanty. I'm going to ask you to play the same sections I ask altos beginning through 43. We're going to do some of this with the metronome, some with the recording. Okay, you can record with the metronome or you can record with the recording, some of both. All right, there are a bunch of sections with rests. You can just count through them. I want to hear you counting. Okay, so right in the beginning, remember we're swinging these 8 notes instead of going. We want to swing them. Do do ba do ba do ba do 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 ba do. Okay, so let's start it right from the beginning. We're going to take our metronome at 130. 1, 2, ready. Okay, so we have a lot of notes going into measure 6. Do ba do ba do ba do ba ba do ba ba do ba ba do ba. Okay, so you want to break them down. You want to play them a little slower. Okay, let's try it one more time. 2, 6, and. There we go. Okay, so at 11 we have a lot of rest, but I want you to feel that and I want you to play through. We're going to play all the way down to 35. Okay, we're going to play this with the recording just so you can get a feel for the recording. Here it is at 11.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 2, 3, 4. 21. 26. 'Okay. So you could just practice along with that. I put in the full recording too. You should try playing along with the entire song, but I really want to hear those rhythms. Do do ba do ba do do ba do ba do. I really want to hear that at 27. And like I said, you can just play without that, but I do want to hear you counting. You don't need the background track. And right as we go into 35, we have a triplet, 4 triplet 1, okay? And that's a A flat, B natural, C. Okay? All right, so we come in with the end of 3. Okay, so we're able to play that if you're able to get all those notes. Just a couple notes I want you to check. It's 36, second note is high F. F is this, high F is this. You just lift that left middle finger. Okay, and then we have the high E flats. In 38, high E flat, all fingers. Okay, we encountered both of those notes earlier in 32 if you didn't know them. Okay, and then we have C flat. I always tell you to write in B natural there. So right where we have that C flat in 38, it's C flat, which is B natural, B flat, A flat, F. Okay? And we're going to stop right at 43. Let's play that at 130. Let's start at 32. 32, ready. Okay, so my triplet wasn't exactly perfect, but I want you to do your best. I'd like to hear you play this all the way from the beginning to 43. I know it's a challenge, but I have a lot of flutes, so the competition's stiff. I want you to do your best. Good luck. Jazz band clarinet audition, Swingin Shanty. All right, welcome clarinet students. This is going to cover the beginning of the song through measure 43. Yes, there are notes over the break. Do I want to hear them for your audition? Yes. Okay, if you cannot play over the break, you need to learn to make sure you can do this audition, okay? If you audition with notes under the break, just all low notes, there's a slight chance you could get in, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to have other clarinet players playing over the break, all right? So I'm going to go over all the way from the beginning to 43. Some of this I'm just going to be playing with the metronome. Other parts I'm going to be playing with the recording, okay? You can find the recording right inside Google Classroom starting at different measures. The tempo I'm going to be taking with the metronome is 130 beats per minute. Okay, I don't know what happened to my, need to pop that back on, but we'll make that work, okay? So in the beginning, we may need to remember to play our eighth note swinging. Do, do, ba, do, ba, do, 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 ba, do, ba, do, okay? If we didn't swing them, they would sound like this. 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1, and 3, 4, 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1, and. Very robotic. We don't want that to happen. Okay, if you don't know the G sharp, we're going from A to that side G sharp. We play it twice in the first measure, and then we play 2 F sharps in the third measure. Here's the metronome. Beginning to, ready. Okay, and then we hit measure 6 and 7. Yes, I don't know if I can play all these notes, but I'm going to play them right now. I'm going to break it down and practice it as if I was going for the audition. We have 8th note, 8th note, 8th notes, and we have a tie in the middle, so we're going to take it a little slower at 6. Okay, so that's the basic rhythm right there. We cross the break on the 5th to 6th note. We go from A to B natural, which is all 8 fingers, up to D, and then back down to C. So we do 8, 6, 7, and then A, G, A, C, A, C, A, C, C sharp, D, or you could do C, C sharp, D. Either one works. Okay, I like to do C, C sharp, D, so it goes. That's the last 3 notes. That would be right pinky, left pinky, no pinky, okay? All right, so let's try that again. 6, we're gonna take our tempo way down here. Ready. Okay, let's try it again. Ready, and. All right, now I'm going to take it up at 130. I don't think I'm going to get it, but we'll give it a try. Oh, I like that. All right, so that worked out pretty well. Not super great, but you can work on that for your audition. The next time we pick up the music is at the end of the section between 11 and 19. This is on measure 18. 1, do, ba, ba, do. Ready, and 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. All right, so we're going to do this later with the recording, just so you can practice getting your timing in there. If you're recording without the recording in the background, I would like you to count in between so I can hear you counting and know that you know the counts, okay? And then at 27, we go back to do, do, ba, do, kind of like the beginning. All right, here we go. 27, 2, ready. All right, and then we have this triplet, do-ba-do-boo. All right, for triplet, 1, 2, 3, ba-do-ba, do-ba-do-ba-do, do-do. Ba-do-ba, do-ba-do-ba. You love my high notes? They sound great. Okay. So, we're going to jump right into it. Pick up to 35. We have that triplet: B flat, C, C sharp, and then D. Okay, ba do ba da bum bum bum. Ba ba do ba do. Ba 4 triplet 1. Okay, so let's break down some of those notes so you can get that in there. Right at 35, we have D, C sharp, D, or if you're using the other C sharp, D, C sharp, D. The last note is also a C sharp, okay? And then D, G, so we go from 6 to 3. And then we're doing C sharp, C, B flat, G. So C sharp, C, B flat, G, and then C, B, C. I like to do right, both right. And then again, B natural, 8, 7, 4, and then D flat is the same as C sharp. So if we're using our left pinky, we're going left, or left and the right, just to the C, B flat, G, and then again, D, C sharp, D, or D, C sharp, D. And then again, C sharp, ba do ba 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 da dum ba da ba 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 dum. Okay, so you need your fingering chart out. You want to work that. Please work on those high notes. Right now, we're going to take it from. Let me pull up my music. Measure 11 with the background track. We're going to play it through to around 34. Here we go. Listen for 2 measure count off. Here we go.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2.
Resting.
4.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 21, 23, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3. Good. So your question is, do I have to record the whole audition with the recording, or can I do some, or do I have to do it all? It's your choice, okay? I suggest putting on some sort of metronome in the background to keep yourself in time. All right, trying to play this whole thing with the recording would be a challenge. I do suggest you practice this audition piece with the recording to get it under your fingers. Okay, I look forward to hearing your recording of this solo and the scales, and please watch this video again if you need any help. All right, trumpet students, this is the trumpet audition for jazz band. All right, so we're working with Swingin Shanty. Remember, we're swinging these 8th notes. You're going to have to play from 27 to 43 and from 87 to 95. So 2 sections. I want you to play all of it for the recording. If you record less than that, there's a good chance you might not get into jazz band. If you can't hit all the notes because you're auditioning on trumpet 1, that is perfectly fine. I'm not going to give everybody trumpet 1 anyway. I just want to see your range when you go to play it, okay? But there are high notes throughout this because I want to see that you're pushing yourself to make this. So if you look at 27, we have do, do, ba, do, ba, do, ba, ba. Whereas if you were playing it not swing, it would go 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, and end. But we want to swing it. Do, ba, do, ba, do, ba, ba, do, ba, do, ba, do, ba, ba, do, ba, do. Okay? So I'm going to play this a couple different ways. I'm going to use the metronome. You can practice and play it at 130 beats with me. If you play along with the recording, which is also here, I'm going to do that for the last section, that's about 150. So you can choose what you'd like to audition with. If you choose to play with nothing, most likely you'll play it slower. I suggest trying to play it at least 130. Obviously, practice it slower to work up there. We're starting on a high D, okay? anytime we have this on top of a note, I say a dot. So we make that pretty short, and we want to really put the accent on there. I played one note wrong. I think I missed a note in measure 28. Okay, so let's put that metronome on. We're going to play it all the way from there to 43. All right, so we're going to take it 27 to 43 with the metronome. Remember, I'm going to set this to 130 beats per minute. Here we go. 1, 2, 27. Ba-doo-ba-doo-doo. Do-ba-doo-doo. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, good. And let's break down measure 28 since I played it 2 times incorrect in a row. I'm going to show you how to fix something and how I would practice it. So we have 5 notes in the measure. I played it correct that time, but let's say I played it wrong. I would take it even slower and fix those 3 notes at the end. The last 3 notes are B flat, D, C. So I'm using repetition when I play it correctly to reinforce the correct notes. All right, so let's play all 5 notes. Again. One more time. Well, let's try it in sequence at 27 just for a few measures. Good. Remember, our brains, our fingers, it's just like programming a computer. So we want to make sure you work on that. All right, now we're going to look ahead at 87. 87, we do lots of quarter notes. We have some more of those dot notes. Okay, so we're going to play this with the recording, so it'll be faster at 150. All right, when you submit this, remember to submit 27 to 43 and 87 through 95. Here we go. You'll hear 2 measure count off.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, so that high G, same as G. If you don't know the higher notes, E is open, F is 1, G is open, okay? So that's all for the trumpet audition. Good luck. I look forward to hearing your trumpet playing. All right, jazz band, here is the trombone / baritone audition, okay? So I'm going to be taking as many baritones and trombones that audition correctly, that pass the audition, okay? We're looking at Swingin Shanty. We're going to be playing this from 27 to 43. Make a note, 27 to 43. And we're going to play this section from 71 to 87. So 2 sections. I want to hear them all. Yes, there are high notes. There's a good chance you won't be playing trombone 1. You might be playing trombone 2, trombone 3, trombone 4. Baritones, most likely you'll play a lower part 2. I will need a lead trombone player, so I want to hear all the high notes. Whoever can play the highest notes will probably get some of the higher parts, all right? So we're looking at this. I'm going to be playing along with the metronome set at 130 beats per minute. You can also play along with the recording. The recording is set at 150 beats per minute. So that's going to be a little more challenging. Okay, we're going to go through the whole thing at 130, and then I'll play the beginning section again with the recording, okay? So we're starting at 27. This doesn't sound like the melody if you listen to the full recording, because this is more of a harmony part. I wanted to play it on the piano so it gets in my ear so I can play it along for you. Let's get this metronome started. Where did it go? Here we go. 1, 2, ready. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. All right. right, great. So one thing I didn't mention earlier, when we're playing a song, it's called Swingin Shanty, we're not playing the eighth note straight. In band class, I teach 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1, 2, and 3, 4. In jazz, that would be played do, do, ba, do, ba, do, ba, do. So we're swinging those eighth notes. Okay, it gives it a jazzy feel. Not all jazz music uses swing, but my audition piece always does. All right, so you can go back and play that part again. At 35, it's really about getting those pitches, getting those positions, and then it goes back to D. All right, that was more for my reference. Here's 35. 1, 2, 3. A little higher. A little higher. Back to D. All right, so let's just review those positions. C and B natural, that's third and fourth. High D flat is second, and then C is third. And then on the next measure, this is 39, high E flat is third, and then D is first. And then we go to 41, which is all first, D, D, D. And then 42 is third, 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 C, E flat, C, E flat, and then back to first for 43, okay? So that concludes the first page. Going to the second page. All right, the next section at 73 is awesome for the low brass part. It's a cool bass line. It reminds me of a song I teach in band called Fight Team Fight. Not a lot of swing eighth notes, but you have to check the F sharp in fifth position. All right, here we go. 71. 1, 2, 3. And then 79 is pretty much the same thing, and we just kind of build upon it until we get to the end at 85. So that's 85 is B flat first, G fourth, B natural is still fourth, and then we go up to third for C. Cool. All right, let's try both sections with the recording. Let's start with 27. All right, good. Here we are.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2,
F.
3, 4.
C. A little higher. Good. I don't think I played all those notes correct. All right, so I want to make sure you leave this recording hearing the right notes. 35 again. 37. 39. There we go, rocking that, all right? So let's go to 71 with that recording.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Good. Well, I wish you the best preparing this. I look forward to having a great low brass section this year in the jazz band. So thank you very much for considering the audition, and good luck with your scales and solo. All right, tuba students, welcome to the tuba part of this audition. This is for the jazz band audition for Swingin Shanty. Most of these are quarter notes because we're mimicking the bass line here. You will have to audition from measure 1 to 19. You can do this with a metronome. You can do this with the recording. Okay, I'm going to go over all the notes. Okay, we're going to start right at the beginning. A lot of these notes are kind of high on the tuba, but most of my tuba students come from a higher instrument, so those notes are not that hard. We're starting with the C. First valve. 2, 3, 4, B flat, 2, ready. 3, 4, A flat, first valve. 3, 4, G, 2, 3. All right, there we go. So that leads in the beginning. There is a swing feel to this. Instead of going 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1, we go do, do, ba, do, ba, do. Okay, but we don't have a lot of eighth notes, so you're just going to hear the swing. You're not really going to be playing a lot. At 11, we start our walking bass line. So you need to remember there are 3 flats. B, E, and A are all flat. E and A are both first valve, and B flat obviously is open. Okay, so we're starting on C. Okay, so I'll put the metronome on, I'll play through that. Here we go. 11, 1, 2, 3. Great. So you have the option of playing along with the metronome. I'm taking 130 beats per minute. You can take a slower amount. I'm going to put on the recording. This recording set at about 150 beats per minute. We're probably not going to play it this fast in jazz band, but it gives you a different frame of reference. So here's beginning to 19 with the recording.
One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4.
A flat. One, two. Okay. I played a couple extra measures because I was getting in the groove. Most of those notes were correct. The first note I played in the beginning was not a C. It was a little too high. That's why I played on the piano earlier. Make sure I could hear it. All right, so tuba, remember you still have to do 2 scales and play through this audition. I look forward to hearing all the tuba submissions, and good luck with your audition. Hello piano students, this is for the piano audition for jazz band this year. We're working with the piece Swingin Shanty. Okay, I'm just going to go over a couple of the parts. For piano, I want you to audition from the beginning to 27, and then I also want you to play the section at 71 to about 85, okay? If you want to use a metronome, I suggest you play along at 130 beats per minute. That's what I'm going to be setting my metronome to. And I am going to be playing a little bit of this with the recording. If you play with the recording, that's about 150 beats per minute. It's a good thing to practice with, maybe not audition with, but if you get in the spirit, make that happen, and I want to hear this awesome recording. So for the rest of the video, you're going to see my hands and you're going to hear me talking. So because I want you to be able to kind of see what I'm doing with the piano. All right, so you can kind of see what's going on here. Let's move this a little bit this way. There we go. Oh, perfect. All right. So we are going to be doing this in a swing feel. All right. So when we have the notes, let's say measure 8. If we played it normally, 1, 2, 3, 4, end. All right, but we want to swing it. Do, 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 ba. Okay? Even when we go later at measure 11. 1, 2. 1, 2. 2, 3, 4. 3, 4, 1, 2. Okay, so we're going to get that feel in there. So let's take it from the beginning. If you don't know these chords, we're building the chord B flat D, E flat G with the C bass. And then we move up. All right, here we go. A 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7, 8. Moving on, measure 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Resting for 2, 2, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. And that was the beginning of 27. Now we're going to jump ahead to 71. Now 71's played mainly with one hand in octaves. This is also the low brass part, bass part. They're all going to join together. This really is a cool part near the end of the piece, okay? So we're going to play this with the metronome through to 85. 71. 1, 2, ready. Great. So I'm going to put on the recording now. We're going to play the beginning just a little bit faster. Well, a lot faster at 130 beats per minute. I'm going to bring this recording a little closer so the computer will be able to play and you'll be able to hear it. Here we go, beginning. Here it is.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
A flat. Here comes the G. Cool. Good. Now, I do suggest you look into trying to play through the whole piece, work on the whole piece, because we're eventually going to use this as one of our performance pieces. But I only need a snippet for the audition so I know who is the best piano player. Sometimes I have multiple piano players, so we swap and somebody will play 2 pieces, somebody will play another 2 pieces. But that's kind of the rest of the tutorial for this. Remember, piano players, to audition with your 2 solos and play these portions of the piece. So I wish you the best and happy auditioning.